Hello guys and gals. So I'm going to show you how to overclock your CPU and GPU. So let's get started, shall we? So if you want to actually start overclocking your CPU, because we'll start with CPU first, I advise you, I'll suggest you to get something like this. It's a gadget for Windows 7 where it shows you your CPU usage, and also you should get something that tells you your temperature of your CPU also, because those two things are really key. And then the next thing that you need to actually know is what CPU you have, and when you know what CPU you have, you need to actually know what's the maximum temperature that it can actually withstand, because you don't want to be anywhere near it. Like mine, when I play Battlefield 4, my CPU gets up to around 53, 54. And the highest it could get up to is 62. So now I'm cutting it really close. I can't really run any programs other than Battlefield 4 and Origin while I'm playing it, or else then it will crash, which is kind of not that stable, but we'll talk about stability later too. So let's go into actually how to overclock your CPU. So now I have AMD Overdrive. Now what this does is it overclocks your CPU up until you actually turn your computer off. So it's not the best, but if you're testing, then it's really good. So right here is my target speed, which is 3.8 gigahertz or 3800 megahertz. And the thing is, when you have to actually figure everything out, is you have to be like, okay, I want to bump everything up to. So my computer actually started at 3.4, so then I just went up by like 0.1 gigahertz, and then I looked at my voltage, left it there for a little bit, I hit apply, and then I went to the stability test, and then I went to 1 minute. I selected all. I did it for like about 20 seconds. I didn't do it for the full minute. And then if it's stable enough where your your CPU doesn't crash, doesn't give you any errors, doesn't give you anything, that's a good start. You're not even done when you get there yet. Because if you have a fan / heatsink on your computer, then you could go to the fan speed. But usually I have mine on automatic. My fan is, I have a liquid cooling actually. So maybe I'm not really familiar with liquid cooling, but I have it set on manual, so I might bump that up soon. But if you want to, don't bump it up that much where your computer is really hardcore, like overheating. If so, then either bump down the voltage, because you either put the voltage up too much, or you just cannot, your computer cannot take that overclock. And then, so once you've done the stability test on this, go and download. Oh, I'm sorry, I need to try to find it again. It's called User Benchmark, which is this thing. And so I was just running this before you actually run with it, like before you start overclocking it, because it'll tell you your health of your computer, it'll tell you the percentages of your CPU, GPU, RAM, HDD, everything like that. It tells you how far you rank, and so if you overclock it, it'll be really good to let you know if your overclock was successful or not. But then you're still not done, because you still want to know if it's really nice. So get OC scanner, which is this over here, and what this does is you could do GPU core burners, or you could do CPU right here. And what that does is it puts maximum stress on your computer or on your CPU, and if you leave that on for a little bit without, so it should look like this. So you should have it now, then you should have like this right next to it. Make sure it's not in full screen, or else then you won't be able to actually see what your temperatures are. And if you see it's coming really close to your maximum heat temperature, then hit escape, and then it'll be perfect. Nothing's going to be wrong with it. It's going to be nice. So once you have that done, then you want to actually go into the BIOS, and whatever settings that you have from your program that you used, or if you didn't use a program, you just use BIOS, then that's good. But so it says your multiplier will be 19 for me, and my voltage will be 1.4250. So that's what I would put on in the BIOS, and then it'll save this permanently. But if you're just testing it, I would leave it like this, just in case your computer crashes. Then you'll be able to start it back up again like normal. So that's CPU. So now we're going on to the GPU. Now I have Nvidia. So I have the MSI Afterburner. It's a really great program. It tells you everything really. And over here, you don't need to go to the BIOS or anything like that because it automatically does it for you. So it's really nice. And to get to the shader clocks over here, and to unlock the quarter voltage and stuff like that, you go to settings, and you have to have it like I have it. So let's pause right here, and then you have to go to user interface, and then click this one. This will bring you up to have all this. So it's really nice. I have the GeForce GTX 570. Have been testing it a little bit. My core clock was 732. Now it's 850. That's pretty big overclock, if I can't say so myself. Now, what I did was I looked at some setups where it actually told me what people's settings are, how well they worked, and that's what I did. I kind of went with theirs and I kind of modified it for my CPU. I know, for my GPU, my bad. And my fan speed, people left it at like 70, or they left it at like 50. What I usually do, I bumped it up to 75, and it works really well. Before, if I left it on auto, it would go up to like 85 degrees, which I have this right here, and that was really bad. Now, once I put my fan speed up, it went really well, and the idle is 30. Well, I actually got to 32 to 40. That's my idle, and when I'm playing games, it doesn't go past 72 or so. So that's really good. So overclocking can actually make your, depending on how many volts you put, what type of heatsink or liquid cooling system you have, the temperature of your room, or everything really, the case, venting, everything has something to do with it. And the prime thing here, don't overheat your computer, and do not put your voltage up. Like, well, you put your voltage up, but just don't put it up by a substantial amount each time, or else then you will fry your CPU and your GPU. So, if you have any questions based on this I didn't answer, or go through, you could either comment on this video, or go into the forums, which I'm going to post in the description down below. And if you need any questions or any videos that I want me to do in the future, then I could do that also. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, then like it and subscribe. Thank you so much.